Hello everyone, and this is Jenny with Keeping It Local and Pre-Built Marketing. Today I am going to show you a demo for Pre-Built Marketing. Pre-Built Marketing is a wonderful tool. I used to take anywhere from 4 to 7 hours per client to do 1 month's worth of advertising. I used to have to hand make all the ads, write all the content, and post them all. And I've used several programs for posting in the past and was dissatisfied with all of them in one way, shape, or form because none of them saved me time. However, this one does save me time. It usually takes me about 45 minutes to an hour a month per client to set up a 1-month campaign, which runs anywhere from 30 to 60 ads. So I save about 5 to 6 hours per customer. This is Pre-Built Marketing. This is the screen you'll come to. This is not a button. First thing I tell everybody. You do have mass actions. You do have search available to search through your campaigns. This is just simply your campaign listing. Here you have your help and contact support, and this is a already established campaign. All these are. Over here, if you wanted to look, for example, at this one, you'd view scheduled posts. And you can see the posts you have scheduled in an already made campaign. As you can see, I messed up here and made my post too long for Twitter, which is something I wanted to show you. You have to be very careful when you set up your ads not to go too long for Twitter. Now let's go back to the campaigns. The other thing you can do is go like this and edit, which you already have. I wanted to show you these up here. Most people don't realize that these right here are actually buttons that you can skip around inside the setup. Now, it's nice looking at ads I've already created, but how does this program actually work? First thing you want to do anytime you come in here is to hit the New Campaign button. And here's your new campaign. Here are those little handy-dandy buttons I was talking about. They're right up here. Now you can start from scratch, and that means you do everything yourself. Or you can pick an already made category, which are down here. You have generic right here, and you have special categories right here. I want to also point out that you do have video help right here, written help right here, and if all else fails, contact support. If you sign up under me and you need help, you can always contact me as well. Now let's say you own a restaurant and you want to promote your restaurant or something very specific. Down here you have specific categories: restaurants, gyms and fitness, mortgage, real estate. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Retail, online, offline, pretty self-explanatory. Service provider here works for insurance companies, towing companies, housekeeping, dog walkers, groomers, things like that. A lot of the salons would fit under service provider too, but they have their own gym and fitness here, which probably works better. But tanning salons would be another thing. Here, you only use this if you're going to be an affiliate. Up here you have inspirational. I love to put an inspirational ad in once in a while because to me, I don't want to constantly hit my the people I'm advertising to with constant, non-stop ads. I want them to look at my stuff, and if you just give them non-stop ads, you're going to numb their minds and they're going to quit looking. So you want to mix it up. So I like to mix it up with inspirational. You also can do event, business opportunity, which is really good if you're an affiliate marketer, or an announcement. Let's say you got a new product or you're having a special event. This is really great. And that does also break things up if you're doing an announcement or an inspirational or an event invitation. Today, I decided I'm going to do an inspirational campaign. Inspirational campaigns are really easy. You hit inspirational, and you can go down here, and there's different categories, as you can see. Right here. You have business, beauty, health and wellness, and financial freedom. Financial freedom would be a good one if you're a brand partner or business. Beauty would be really good if you're gym and fitness or a service provider, as would health and wellness. I'm going to go for a health and wellness. Oh, also I want to point out there are a little exclamation that tells you inspirational posts about weight loss, nutrition, and fitness. Inspirational posts about financial freedom and living up your dreams. Inspirational posts about inner beauty, self-esteem, and personal development. And inspirational posts about starting a business and being a business owner. You know what? I actually think I'm going to go with beauty today. Now, as you notice, the red dot went from being on category to questionnaire. And when I go to the next section, it'll go to builder, and then I will go to scheduled. This here is your questionnaire. Each time you create a new campaign, you'll be asked questions depending on which which category you just picked. I'm just going to do a 3-day one. That's because this is a demo. Usually I do at least a week, sometimes I do a month. It just depends. Now keep in mind, the longer this is, the longer it takes you to run this, and the more time you'll have to put in. A 30-day campaign usually takes somewhere between 20 to 45 minutes, depending on your internet connection, the traffic on the cloud, and things like that, and how much you're going to edit and how much you want to change. So the more you micromanage, the longer it's going to take. I'm having this start today at 5:26 p.m. It's 5:27 now. If you want, I often go in here and I actually change the first post by about a half hour, because it takes me about a half hour. So I'll set this for like 6:02. Every time I finish a category, I tend to close it just because I hate scrolling up and down. For LinkedIn, you have to have a link. All my links are in here. Anything you type in here will be in here, and it will continue to be in here. I'm going to put this one in there. And I'm going to take out the AI part. Just have a regular ad campaign for my regular business. Hit here, you get close. Now, under information, under most of the campaign, there's a lot more questions. However, since these are inspirational, there's not that many questions to answer. Images. Now, you can put your own images in here, but I don't always. Sometimes I'm lazy and want to just use theirs. For this demo, I'm just going to use theirs. Beauty. That's because somewhere up here you answered something and it put this keyword in there for you. Keywords are wonderful. Now you can add keywords like self-esteem and hit enter. That adds one. You never want to add too much in here. 2 to 4 is about the most you ever want to add, because if you add too much, it'll add too many letters for Twitter. Now you can do custom colors, or you can choose not to. I do sometimes, and sometimes I don't. Today I feel like, since this is a self-esteem one, maybe we should do a nice blue. Let's do a lighter blue since it's summer. More transparent blue. A happier blue. Well, purplish blue. There we go. And perhaps something more along the line of that kind of blue. Yes, I want to have people in this, but you don't have to. I tend to use people as often as I can because psychologically people like to see other people. I do have a 4-year psych degree, and I'm just pulling this from my industrial organizational psych classes. Gender preference, I always go both. You can just choose one or the other. For example, if you're selling products only to women, you probably only want to use women. If you're selling products mostly to men, you only want to use men, but use your common sense and good judgment. Behavior. Now, I always either pick joy or surprise. I'm sure there's occasions to use other pictures, but I tend to use joy on inspirational. And that's it for that section. You close that up. Hashtags, which are for Twitter. Yes, I always use hashtags. You don't have to. For inspirational, you notice they have categories. So if you hit weight loss, you have these. Nutrition, it takes you to next, as you can see. And it changes with each one. There's all sorts of different ones. Inspirational. I think stay positive and words of wisdom are good ones. And I sometimes like to add my own. Optimism. Oops. Let's not do optimism. Instead, I actually want to do something more upbeat. Looking forward. As you can see, it adds it. Now, if I ever want to get rid of these, I can either hit backspace or I can hit the little X here. Now, 3 might push it over, especially since some of these are longer. So let's take that back up. I did that so I could show you by putting it back in, like this. You can also just get rid of it that way. Let's enter a name for this campaign. Keeping it, oops. Because I run a few businesses, I always name it the business name, so I know which business. You can enter whatever you want for a name, but I tend to do something where I don't have to think much about it. All my little notes are in there. And you hit build. This little screen comes up, and while this is up, running, as it says, do not navigate away, don't hit refresh, nothing. I know because I've done that accidentally once and lost my campaign. This is what they'll give you. Now, as you can see, I have 3 posts because I said only 3 days. Taking joy in living is a woman's best cosmetic. That's a pretty nice picture to go with that. Though I see books and stuff here, and since it's the middle of July, I don't really want anybody to think about school. So it gives me the perfect opportunity to go in here and show you pictures. Now there's all sorts of pictures in here. They come up in different orders, depending on what the last thing we just did 4th of July, so there's a lot of 4th of July pictures. It takes a while for them to load. As you can see, anything you put a star next to, for example, let's say I put as you can see here, there's already stars here, but anything you decide to put a star next to because you like it, let's just say I put one here, that will mark it as your favorite. You have to wait until it says this up here though. Anytime you mark something, wait for the little green box, because if you don't, it'll bounce you back. Well, let's say I want to change this picture because this was kind of, just hit that. The reason I picked a 4th of July picture is that the 4th of July just happened. But now I look at this and I still don't like it. So let's say you still don't like the picture. You want to add and replace the image. You want something more relevant. So let's type in woman. Well, you get some nice pictures here. So which one do I want to pick? There's so many to pick from. You'll have to think about your area and the kind of images that go over really good in your area. Sorry about that. I can't talk today, apparently. As you see, I'm marking whenever I see something I actually really like and I don't have it marked as favorite. I mark it as favorite so it's easier to find later on. Well, this is a salon. Kind of goes with the roots, so I'll hit plus, hit insert image. There it is. It'll change my image. Post has been updated. Now, how fast this updates and changes and marks things as favorites, it kind of varies on the day and internet traffic. Since this is a cloud-based program, once in a while you will run into a lag. But the beautiful thing about a cloud-based program is compatibility. You ever bought a piece of software and you didn't like it and you're stuck with it? Well, with cloud-based, you can submit ideas to the people and say, you know, I wish you'd change this or something, and they sometimes listen. Cloud-based things are always being updated. You don't have the compatibility. You don't have eat the hard drive space. You can run larger, more intricate programs also. So I'll put up with a little lag here and there for the freedom it gives me. So I want to mark that one as favorites. You don't have to mark them as favorites, but they suggest it in their tutorials. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. That one I think is really good. Now, as you can see here, our hashtags are right there. Our link is right there. This is why they ask you these questions. Now, you could change it to look different on LinkedIn and Twitter. You do that by hitting one of these and hit edit post. I always make them all the same. It's a matter of preference. Let's look at the second post. Our beauty is inner beauty made visible. Okay, and I like the picture. But I don't like that it says unknown. So I'm going to say very, very wise unknown person. I did this more to show you what you can do. Here is your Twitter numbers on the bottom. Keep an eye on that, because if it goes up above, I think it's 250, I'd have to look it up, it won't post right to Twitter. I never look at these numbers on these two because it doesn't seem to matter. As you see, it changed it. But let's say you want to put an emoji there, so you can edit text again. You can hit add emoji. I don't know why, but people do like emojis, and adding one on occasion to your post actually does get attention. I've actually had people compliment me just because I added an emoji of a smiley. So let's find a happy face. Oh, this one looks nice. Peaceful. You always want to keep this checked for spelling and grammar. Just thought I'd mention that. There you go. Now your emoji's there. And, as you can see, it's on all of them. But let's say I didn't want them on this one or this one. You can always go in and edit them away. Now, as you can see, there is also create and edit image graphic. I never use this. You can do that. And you can also remove the image and just have the writing. Another thing on the add and replace images I was going to show you, and I'll just go in there real quickly. I'm not going to actually do anything, but under this tab, any image you upload, as you can see, there's upload here. You can pick any image from your desktop and upload it in here. I'll show you that real quick. This is just kind of the best place to show you that, so let me, for some reason my screen doesn't want to shrink, and I'm not exactly sure why. So we will just shrink it to the bottom. I'm going to go into here, and let's just say I want to grab an ad that I made for something else. An ad in there. Not that one. Usually I have this stuff sitting on my desktop, so I'm sorry. I'm a little out of sync today. But we'll just use that one. Let's say I want to put this one in there. Well, I add it to my desktop over here. just so I can find it easier. I pull my thing back up, I hit upload. Oh, it could be the video recorder. It's getting in the way here. I'm sorry about this. Just grab this, drop it in there. And there it is, and as you can see, it shows a little green check mark and a little progress bar. It's in there. If you hit my uploads, to my uploads, you'll notice it's right there. So that's how you add extra things. You can also mark any of your uploads as favorites if you want, to make them easier to find. And I will put it in here with your favorites. Okay, sorry about this side. So I'm going to mark this one also as my favorite. I'm going to watch. Yep, has been favorited. The third post, which is right here. Though the image is cute, I just don't think it goes with this. So I'm going to edit the image again. And I'm going to put inspiration as the word I'm going to look up. And it's going to bring me over here. And I'm going to pick this one. So I insert image. And there's my image. And I'm going to mark that one. You're saying, what about this custom ads? Oh, I also want to show you that anytime you favorite, it will now show up in your favorites tab there. Let's say a custom post. Let's say I wanted to make a custom post for Wednesday. So I hit that, I hit next. I want to say here, keeping it local. We want to thank all of our loyal customers and readers for making our business as great as it is. We are nothing without. And then I want to hit return. And because this is custom post, you have to type everything in yourself. So there are no hashtags, there is no link. You have to type in it all yourself. So this is a more advanced skill. And then I want to type in my phone number. And you might want to make a checklist of all the stuff you want in here to make sure you remember to put it all in before you start putting this together. I always do that just because I can't always remember everything I want. I'll think I want something and then forget about it and then go, oh no, I forgot that. So just an idea. And I'm going to put a hashtag in thank you. Now remember with hashtags, you cannot have any spaces, and inspiration. That's all I'm going to put. Okay. Then I'm going to hit Save Changes. Okay. Now I'm going to add, as you can see, you can create a graphic or you can add an image. I'm going to add an image. I'm going to save create a graphic for another. This time I want to do a thank you. So I'm going to type in thank you. See if they have anything. You never know. Nope. Thank. Nope. So loyal. And you can keep trying this until you find something. Let's do purple. Mostly because it's my favorite color. I always like this picture, but it doesn't really go with it. Well, this is a nice picture, but it's not really conveying what I'm looking for. So let's try happiness. Nope, joy. There we go. We'll try joy. And as you can see, a lot of pictures come up that have been tagged joy. This is one of my favorite images here, and a lot of people like this image. So I'm going to put this up because it does seem to get a lot of people. See, now it added it here, right onto my thing. The other reason I use that picture is I know on the preview screen it doesn't come up right. So if you hit Edit Post and you go to Image, it will show up right. Just in this preview, it's a certain dimension, so you can't always see it right here. Don't worry. It will show up right. Now let's talk about this. Recently I just noticed that if you don't like the name of your campaign, you can go up here and you can change it. Just thought I'd mention that too. Now you're asking, what do we do next? Well, you noticed here we've done the category, we've done questionnaire, we've done builder. Let's do scheduled, okay? Now you can publish favorites, or you can publish an individual post, or you can publish all of them, which is what I'm going to do. You can still look at stuff from in here, as you can see. It'll switch you over here as you hit these arrows. Not everybody realizes you can also look around that way instead of just poking at them. So let's campaign, publish all posts. First thing you want to do is highlight Twitter. You want to also highlight LinkedIn and Facebook. The reason I picked Facebook last is you have to kind of watch here. This is the other thing I have to explain. When you post to Facebook, these are your company pages. I own Keeping It Local and Forever Montana Creations and Short Girl Graphics. These are my businesses. And so is this. This is a client's business here, who I have permission. I am an administrator on all these pages. To be able to post, you have to be able to have access to the account and be an administrator for the business pages. Reminders is not for the business pages. Reminders is for your own personal wall and story. What happens is they will send you an email to whatever email you provided, and you will hit the bottom link to post it, and it posts it straight to your wall. You do have to make you have to hit a few check boxes, but it's a 3 or 4 click thing. Not very many clicks. So you hit reminders, and this little circle will go around and around and around. And it does take a few minutes. As you see, your reminders are now scheduled to manage them. Go to your tabs here. Now as you can see, it says type Facebook status reminder. If you hit this, you get a preview. This is what your ads will look like. If you're concerned your link isn't right, you just hit it and it will take you to your website, as you can see. And this will tell you the history of everywhere it's been posted. As you can see, this is what they send you. It'll say schedule reminder, number post, thought of the day, and it'll give you the name, number post. It'll tell you the date and all that and what campaign. And this is what they send you. You just hit this button down here. And I want it on my story. You can tag your friends, you can check in, you can add a feeling. You can change this up here to whatever you want, but I'm just leaving all this. And you hit post to Facebook. Give it a second. And it's posted, but you're not sure, right? So you go onto your Facebook, and you go to your wall, and there it is. And I can like it. I can share it some more, but there's my ad. So let's go back into Prebuilt. So this is a demo we just did. And you're saying, well, now how do I schedule the rest of those posts on the rest of the things? It's all good and nice you have reminders. Well, if you don't like the campaign, you can delete it. If you want to see where it's going already, you hit here. This will come up and it will show you. But if you want to schedule something you've already scheduled, you have to hit this little pencil. And it will take you back into here. And as you can see, here are your little tabs again. So we want to publish all posts. And as you notice, reminders doesn't come up now. That's because you already scheduled the reminders. So if you ever have a question, if you scheduled your reminders, you can also check that way. Hit schedule all. And your posts have been scheduled. Now, as you can see, it says scheduled, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Facebook. But why are there two Facebooks? Well, that's simple. This Facebook is for the business pages, and this is for the reminders. It also shows you here that it sends you a reminder. I don't know why they do it that way, that's just how they do it. So there's all your ads ready to be going. You can also filter things in here. You can see if it didn't post, what's scheduled, what's posted already. You can see what's what there. You can do mass actions. There's all sorts of things you can do, and your help's always up here. As you can see, there's video help. So that's a campaign. You've scheduled a whole entire campaign in a matter of minutes. Now you're like, what's the rest of these? Okay, well here, takes you right here to your image gallery. If you want to make your life easier, you could go in and select a whole bunch of things and, you know, whatever. Here is your account settings. Here's how you add your accounts and stuff in. As you can see, I can disconnect, I can refresh, I can delete, I can say post to. As you notice, I have a group here that they're not allowed to post to. LinkedIn, Twitter. Here's your account settings. You want to make sure you have your time zone set up right. You can change your password and stuff. As you can see, help is still over here. Okay, here's your billing. Under here, you can see your subscriptions, you can cancel, you can update your payment, see all the ones, you can view your receipt. So you can download your receipt here if you want to, and there's also help up here. This button here is if you're in the referral program, want to become a brand partner. If you're interested, contact me and I can tell you all about that, but I'm not going to cover that here. And then you also have help. If you hit help, it'll take you here, and these are the video training, and these are all articles, and they have them nicely set up, easy to follow. As you can see, there's 6 video training ones. Just pick whichever one, and you can watch them.
Everyone, in this training, we are going to...
You can share the training. You can add to a watch list, and you can like. Thought I'd point that out. And then you have your insights. Your insights button says beta. That's because insights is new. Now, a lot of these I did not actually post for people to see, so you're not going to see a lot here because these are all done for demos. You have over here the total comments. It tells you what each of these tell you. As you can see, it also tells you what time, if it posted, a little bit of everything. As you can see, I just shared this one on another demo. As you can see, that's another demo. It tells you your sentiment, your tones. You can look at the text. How well is your text performing? And it tells you we're doing positive and negative versus positive, negative, and neutral. We're doing joy, analytical, and sadness. They're doing joy, analytical, and tentative. Tells you all about your sentiment, your emotional turn. You can look at each one by type. Tells you calling all entrepreneurs, social media with artificial intelligence. I can go like this. And images will be coming soon, posting time coming soon, and word cloud will be coming soon. Tells you when it was last updated up in here, so you have always have an idea about what you're looking at. And down here you have your logout button. Well, I hope this was an informative video. I hope it helped you. If you have any questions, contact me. My number is 406-207-0458, and my name's Jenny. And I'm with Keeping It Local, doing Prebuilt marketing. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks.